Recall that last time we discussed the fact that everything that's represented in a computer is represented in binary. That gives us a problem though. So what does 01000001 mean? Well, it can mean a lot of different things. It could mean the number 65 if we're talking about the binary number system. It could mean capital A if we're talking about ASCII representations of characters. It could mean the red component of a pixel if we have 8 bits for the red component of a pixel. So a sequence of ones and zeros can represent a whole bunch of different things. How do we know which thing this sequence of ones and zeros actually represents? A data type tells us how to interpret the bits at a particular location. A data type also will tell us the valid operations that we can perform on those bits in that memory location. For example, it doesn't make any sense at all to take a character and add true or false to it. Those are not compatible data types for addition. Okay, so here is a conceptual representation of memory. The numbers on the left are the addresses of locations in memory, and the contents of the boxes on the right are the strings of ones and zeros that are in those locations. When we program, we're actually interacting with memory. We're putting stuff into memory and we're taking stuff out of memory, and it would be nice if we could get a memory location that we could refer to by name instead of by memory address, because memory addresses in our programs are really horrible to look at. So we want to refer to this memory location by a particular name, and we also want to be able to tell how should we interpret the ones and zeros at that memory location. There are multiple ways that we can actually get a named location in memory that is interpreted properly. And those two ways are variables and constants. When we declare a variable, we provide the data type, so that tells us how to interpret those ones and zeros, and we provide a variable name, and that is the name that we'll use to refer to that memory location instead of using the actual memory address. Optionally for variables, when we declare one, we can also provide an initial value for that variable. We can set the zeros and ones in that memory location to a particular value. That's called initializing the variable. We can also declare a constant. And a constant, we provide the data type, we provide the keyword const, we provide the data type, we provide the constant name, and we provide the value. And the value is not optional for a constant. The value has to be provided when we declare the constant. The difference between variables and constants is variables can be changed by our program as our program executes, and constants can't. They have to be, wait for it, constant as our code runs. To recap, in this lecture, we learned that a data type tells us how to interpret the bits at a particular memory location and tells us the valid operations for the bits contained in that memory location. And we learned that we can use variables and constants to get named locations in memory with data types that control how their contents are interpreted and the operations we can do with them.